Josh, you better stop doing that, or I'm gonna come over there and hit you with my stick.
Yeah, there we go. You're gonna get beat with a beat stick. But that aside, this is Hero School. This is not the next episode of Hero School. This is a special episode of Hero School. Hero School. The Betrayal. Dun, dun, dun. Last time on Hero School, the Season 1 finale of First Class. We left our intrepid young heroes in their skyship as they made their final approach to the kingdom of Mizzelburg. Our young heroes, Lucas, Lowenkai, also known as Loki, came to the grim realization that the connection Belladonna Crane had to the endless sea was to a place most vile. And having this realization, turned to his allies and explained his vision. However, one of the allies, who has been spending quite a bit of time alone in a corner, quiet and not disturbing anyone, starts to rise. Slowly, methodically. And as he does so, he begins to swell and grow. The straps of his armor popping. The metal rings straining under his newfound girth. The tearing of his clothes. And even his skin beginning to separate. To reveal rows and rows of thick scales underneath. It seems that Knuckles, who had once possessed the 3 Draconic Soul Gems, and with all the heroic tent one can muster, loading up the chest with those gems and tossing them off the skyship into a river, didn't load up the gems into the box. He instead loaded some rocks as decoys, holding on to the gems for himself, slowly being transformed by their power. Now driven mad by the gem's power and physically transformed, Micah, Lucas, you see Knuckles, like the skin of his face is beginning to tear away. His mouth is gone. In its place, a draconic maw. He seems to be wearing a mask of his former self. You react in silence? It's to be expected.
Oh, we didn't know you were finished. Okay. Well, Micah goes, "Ah!"
Lucas just looks at him like, holy shit. I immediately grab the arcane tube from my belt. Spike, slow!
And, Knuckles. How's Knuckles behaving with his newfound transformation?
Oh, he is angry. He's just like...
You
He's
have a
basically
dragon voice?
snarling.
You have a dragon voice? I want to hear it.
If I did have a dragon's voice, I'm not talking.
You just go, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
He's basically just snarling and staring at Lucas.
Oh shit, why me?
Alright, so before you get your slow off, everybody's gonna have to roll an initiative check.
And we're still in the airship, aren't we?
You're in the airship making
For
your
now.
making your final, like you're beginning to low down, you know, you were losing altitude on your final approach to Mizzelburg.
Alright. What is the other 2 doing?
I think Kojo Vroog is probably like sleeping, like with his thumb in his mouth, just chilling, taking up all the room in this ship.
That explains everything. What about Kojo? Is he steering the ship?
I think Kojo's piloting the ship.
Oh, initiative. Oh, forgot about that.
It's important.
It is.
Pretty important, yeah.
I got 18.
Oh, criminy. All right. So Knuckles, what do you do since you go first?
Do I have my weapon still?
Oh, looking at your hand, not knowing what to make of your new form, you can tell that your what was your weapon called again?
Heartseeker.
Your Heartseeker. You can tell that your Heartseeker, and the hand that you hold it in, it seems like the metal of the Heartseeker has bled into your hand, into your claw, and the blade has shattered and separated into your 4 major fingers. The face on the Heartseeker, if you were to close close the gap of your fingers, you would see the face at the base of the knuckles of each finger. And your hand is now, glinting in the sunlight, now metallic.
Fun.
Okay, first, real quick. Reavers start off with an armor class of 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to calculate my armor class.
Okay. Pretty important.
Because apparently I haven't upped my armor class since my proficiency bonus was +2.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
So Knuckles, the Betrayer. It's your initiative. What do you do?
I'm going to. Hey, Lucas. Who needs a hug? I'm going to try to claw his throat out.
All right. So you charge at Lucas. Roll your attack or attacks.
The first one is 26.
Well, that hits my 21 armor class.
And the second one is a 25.
Why do I feel like I'm going to be the first character to die in Hero School?
A concerned effort. So that's 44 damage. Total.
Okay.
Are you punching him or slashing him?
Slash.
So it's 44 total slashing damage. If it matters.
No, I'm a Reaver, not a Beast Blood.
All right.
Minus 44.
And
I'm beat up.
Oh, he claws at you, tearing, probably removing several scales as he does so. Lucas, how do you respond to this vicious onslaught?
Yeah, Lucas immediately fuck. Cast slow.
All right, and slow is a.
It's a 40-foot range. I'm casting it behind myself and Micah because we were close together. And essentially I'm casting it the center of it behind him where he'll be just in the outer edge to get the effect.
After triangulating distances, what's the save? You need to roll for slow. Disciple of Scotty.
Yeah, Constitution, cast roll over a 19.
Okay.
I get to add my proficiency to it. So that is a 23.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. He beat that.
Hit warriors get proficiency in Constitution saves.
So, like you manifest your magic. You can see, like the colds surrounding him, and it looks like his skin nearly freezes solid in places, and then that skin just kind of falls off, revealing the scales underneath, affecting him not. After attempting to cast slow, are you trying to do anything else?
Yeah. Run away.
Oh, you're on the. You jump off the ship.
On the section.
Do I jump off the ship? I don't have one that can fly. McCallus, catch me! Yes, I jump off the ship.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do.
Can I use it to grapple?
Yes, you can.
Gimme.
So,
Damn it!
yeah, we all know that his awesome power is vastly higher than yours, Lucas. So he literally just snatches you up as you try to.
I still think you should have to roll for a grapple, an attack. You have to make an attack roll.
Nope. No, those rules don't change because it affects you now. McCallus.
I have been saying that since the beta, jackass.
After screaming out loud, McCallus, catch me! And then turning around, attempting to run away, you see, Knuckles like snatch Lucas up after being viciously assailed. What do you do, McCallus?
Well, this is like playing out so quickly, and McCallus is, you know, the bonus action. I'm activating War of Regeneration.
All right.
Okay. Josh, you get 3 hit points per round.
How many?
3 hit points per round.
Okay.
And seeing that you're beat up, and seeing that Miss McCallus is quite stunned by all this, you actually cast Recover on Lucas. And you recover. Yeah. Oh, words.
You can spend one of your recoveries to regain your recovery amount.
Yeah, I know.
Are you attempting any sort of movement or standing your ground, McCallus?
He's standing his ground, but he's getting his shield and sword ready.
All right.
That puts me 1 point above my beat up threshold.
So, seeing this, Kojo kind of cries out, "Oh, oh, ah," and like instinctively tries to get away, but being the fact that he's piloting the ship, he just sort of sends it into a small nosedive. So you can feel the wind now rushing past you guys as you're making a rapid descent.
You just hear McCallus, Kojo, keep it steady.
And then you hear Vrugru just like, keep it down! As he, grabs like one of the empty bags that used to have some rations in it and kind of like puts it over his bed trying to sleep, not knowing what's going on. Knuckles, you now have in your clutches Lucas.
Can I point him at McCallus? Just aim that way now?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to just aim him in front of me, and then I'm going to use my breath attack.
Okay. So, McCallus and You're grappled, right? So you get a disadvantage, no?
Yes, but he's fucked. I sacrifice Spike and Spell Shatter.
Okay, so as you reach him up, you open your maw to do your breath attack, and as you can, Lucas, you see like the sort of dark purpley flames building up in this maw, about to usher outwards, and you command Spike to spell shatter, and he literally does, leaping in there, shattering away the magic, and all you get is a very warm exhalation in your face.
And mana. I get mana. Which immediately refills the arcane power too.
So Knuckles, are you gonna do anything else after that? Are you gonna move?
Nah, don't see the need to.
Alright. After spell shattering what may or may not have been the worst thing you'd see on this trip, Lucas, what do you do?
First, I gather power.
Okay.
Then, Chip, Ice Slick. Overcharged Ice Slick.
Where? On the ship?
Yep, on the ship. Right after I yell, McAllis, fly.
McAllis, don't go yet. Okay.
Hold up. Fuck. I'll hold my action. I yell, McAllis, fly, and I hold my action. Or I hold my bonus action, technically.
You can hold your action to do gather power, and then when you do that, it triggers the use of your bonus action because of your tricky power.
I will hold action, and I yell, McAllis, fly.
So after being ordered to fly, McAllis.
And you just see McAllis' eyes just go wider. he does it. He flies. He gets into the air.
You spend your action to transform your wings.
He always had his wings out.
You've had your wings out for... No, you have to sleep. They go away when you sleep. Remember, you've been traveling for the past 5 days in this ship.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, I spend my action and then I fly up.
Okay. So, once McAllis flies, that triggers your held action. You gather your power.
I gather power, then overcharged Ice Slick right on the entire ship.
So, Gru fails because he's sleeping. What's the DC?
19.
19. Kojo would actually succeed.
Wow, Coco makes a roll for once.
I rolled an 18 on the die, so I'm assuming that the gunslinger has more than a +1 to his dexterity. Knuckles.
Well, I rolled a 19 on the die, so...
Fuck!
Oh, horrifying. So Knuckles, with you grappled, stands strong. Now, Knuckles, did you have him grappled like normally, or were you lifting him up while you were grappling him?
Well, considering that he was away, I think I had him up.
All right. So your ice slick covers the floor beneath your feet. Lucas, but you don't have to roll a save because you weren't in contact with it. And that leaves, Vrugru. Vrugru, of course, gets really, chilly. And you hear him sort of, complain about the cold. And just reach out and pull more bags to him to try to nestle himself up, to warm himself up. And Kojo, you hear Kojo kind of in the traditional Kojo panic. Guys, I'm gonna, you know, and he's like dive bombing. He's not dive bombing, but it's a really rapid descent. Your clothes are billowing in the wind. The bags are moving around all over the place. There's rigging, you know, making noise. Your hair is, you know. Oh, McAllis, your hair is fantastic. Yeah. And you're gonna have to fly just to keep up with the ship. But that brings us back to Knuckles.
So should I roll to see if my ability recharges?
Yeah. At the beginning of every round, you roll a d6 to see if your ability comes back.
And so it recharges.
There you go.
Aim slightly higher. And then screw it and slam him into the ground.
Okay. So, you're just doing a straight slam?
Straight slam.
How much damage does that deal?
Josh, remember you're regenerating.
That deals...
Yeah, regenerated like what? 6 hit points?
3 at the beginning of every one of your rounds, Josh.
So that's 6 hit points.
That would be 42.
Jesus.
That was with one slam?
That was with one slam.
Golly. You have another one.
And I have another one.
I'm beat up again. Really?
Can I throw him at McAllis?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw him at McAllis.
McAllis, how far are you away from the ship?
He's not that far away. I mean, he flew up and he didn't, like, zoom out of the ship or anything.
Alright, so, what? You're, like, right on it, 10 feet above it, 20?
I said about 10.
About 10? Yeah, he's easily within range to throw.
I'm going to throw him.
So you throw him at McAllis. Roll an attack roll to see if you hit McAllis.
I think it did. Do I get proficiency in that one?
Sorry for my head spikes, by the way.
It's Lucas is an improvised weapon right now.
Oh. All right.
And
I can work with that.
Yeah, I think pit warriors get proficiency with improvised weapons.
We do. So that is a 30.
Oh, yeah, I think that it's McAllis.
30 hits me? Holy shit.
I really think that hits McAllis. So for improvised weapon damage, roll let me tell him in private. I don't want anybody to hate him for this.
I already hate him for this.
You're welcome.
Just remember, first time we ever meet, punched in the face. Like twice.
You deserved it.
And that damage is dealt to both Lucas and McAllis.
All right.
Well, not that damage. That damage is divided in half. Sorry.
Okay, so that's divided in half.
Yeah.
So each would take 12.
So McAllis, you take 12 damage, and Lucas, you take 12 damage.
I'm down.
Hey, get up. Unless you're falling off the ship.
Well,
I kind of threw him at someone who was in midair.
yeah. So he hits you, and then he goes like, and he's down. He's gone. 0 hit points. But wait. After throwing him, are you moving anywhere?
No.
You're just standing your ground.
Actually, I'm going to move towards Brugger.
Oh, the sleeping Virgo. This is terrible. All right, so Lucas,
Hopefully, gonna wake up and
as you start falling, ridiculous amount out of the air. Let's see, how many feet would you fall? I mean, 60 feet is... That's not even terminal velocity. But as
No. I'm still conscious.
you're still... yeah, I'm saying, as you fall 60 feet out of the 170...
would I get a chance to catch him? I mean,
Okay,
I think
Lucas, roll your get back in the fight save.
Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
1.
I'll roll it. 11.
Oh, okay.
you're in. Back.
Yeah, I'm back. However, I need to see if I can actually do something.
You could
Help me!
you could ask me.
Nope.
I could look into it as well. We could work together.
All I gotta do is get the monsters familiar. Okay, 2. Damn it, he can't fly yet. Okay, so yeah, he's yelling for help.
The chance to lie Lucas to plummets to his death.
So, like, you're. Do you do anything when you get back in the fight though, as you're falling and screaming for help?
Yes, I'm dismissing Chip as I'm summoning the red orb into my hand once again and throwing it up towards the ship. the red orb just kind of rolls onto the ship's thing, and my four-tailed fox forms.
All right, and you plummet 60 feet away from wherever McAllis was.
What?
My monstrous familiar can't fly yet.
McAllis.
Can I catch him?
Um,
Is that a yes? Is that a no?
I no, you wouldn't be able to because you'd have to double move, and I don't believe you could move as a I don't believe you can dash as a bonus action.
I don't know what the rules is for that for flying.
It's the same. It's the same as any other movement. You know, you have a fly speed equal to your regular movement speed, which is 30 feet.
He can't dash as a bonus action, but I've fallen 60 feet. He can move 30 feet, then move as an action. He can't double move.
Yeah, but he won't be able to catch you because that's
I've
basically
only
a grapple.
fallen 60 feet.
That's a grapple. It's an action.
Okay.
You can
So-
keep him company on the way down.
Yeah, but with the rules, am I able to catch him
No.
at all?
No, I'm dead at this point.
You might want to catch Bruger though.
Oh man.
Or maybe Kojo.
Is there a
Which one do you
parachute
like more?
in your best gear bundle thing?
Is there a parachute? I mean, sure.
Then I will pull a parachute for my best gear bundle.
On your next round when you have an action to do so.
Holy shit! All right, so it's my turn then.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness!
You've just been struck in the face with Lucas's entire body by what was once this oddly tall kid that what is helping you, who's now transformed into this, just this creature of scales and hate?
Yeah, oh, Mikhail's just
Which
getting
isn't
the
Lucas.
body of Lucas fly out and boom, ah! And then seeing Lucas fall, ah! And realizing he can't catch him. Lucas, take out a parachute! Calling, and then readying himself and flies in to, which I take it Mr. Dragon will have his back to me.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm going to attack.
All right.
Please hit Evil Dragon Boy. Please hit Evil Dragon Boy. 24.
Does hit.
And that's 6. That's 11 slashing damage. And then with a big bang of light, you're also hit by 60 radiant damage.
All right.
So you smite his form. You notice like where you struck him, as your radiance explodes outward and into his form, it blasts away all the clothes on his back, and it also blasts away the human skin that was on his back, exposing an entire back that is adorned with very thick, heavy draconic scales.
Can McAllis tell he's hurt by this?
He wouldn't look. Yeah, he wouldn't look beat up.
But is there like is there anything like that?
That would be up to Knuckles.
A low growl is all that you get from that.
I'll have to hit him again anyway. Let's try again. And after this, I'm gonna get grappled. Oh, good. That's even better. 25.
That'll hit.
Yeah, that's it.
And that is 12 damage. And another explosion of radiant damage. That's 60, of course. And I also heal. I forgot to heal myself.
So how does Knuckles look after getting smoted? Smoted, smoted. Smoted is probably the right word, but I want to go
Probably.
smoted.
He's a bit beat up.
So he's visibly beat up. Like the scales on his back are singed by the power of this radiant light, probably blowing away a few of his scales as well.
Probably.
Vrugru's still not really comprehending like what's going on. Nobody's woken him. He's just like Kojo was still like flying down. Knuckles.
That's the key. If that's the case, wake up!
Knuckles.
Oh, he'll wake up in a second.
What do you
Throw him too. Oh god.
What do you do, Knuckles?
How close is McAllis to me?
He's engaged with you.
Behind you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him.
Damn it!
All right, so you snatch him up like your form is too awesome for even the great and powerful, radiant, Sky King with all the support of his cult. To resist.
Can I rip off a wing?
I tell you what, with your awesome power being what it is, you have the chance of doing it, but it's nearly impossible. So you'd have to hit a strength.
Hold up 1 second.
That's alright. Going back.
I don't know if there's any more.
Bounces in his arms, going, Fuku, wake up!
Too bad Mike can't hear me now. Third punch. He's getting a third punch.
All right.
So, as I was saying, because I know how much AP you actually have, with your awesome power, it's nearly impossible, but it is possible. DC 30 athletics check.
This is really gonna hurt if he can do this.
You know what? I'm gonna try it.
Can you hit it? Okay.
I just did.
What?
I got a 30.
So you pop a wing off.
I do
Yeah,
strong.
I could just feel this clawed hand extend the wing, and I guess the fucker is smiling. Excuse my language on this wonderful channel. And then feel the wing tear off, and the kid is screaming. As light just like sparkles off his body, and that wing dissipates.
So I think my dice roller is stuck again, but this time on 19.
You've been getting 19 all the time.
Basically.
Have you got any dice?
No, I don't.
I am buying you dice. Reload your dice roller.
Okay.
Yes, please. They don't need you to be stuck on.
Rolled the first time, it was a 20.
So, am I still grappled then, or what?
He would grapple you with one hand to tear your wing off with the other.
So I'm still grappled.
You're still grappled, but I think that's all he can do right now.
Yeah, that's all my actions.
But you can move if you want.
I'm gonna take a 1 or 2 steps towards the edge of the ship.
All right, so McAllis, just having to deal with the excruciating pain of having one of your majestic wings ripped off and dissipated into nothing more than a few, motes of light. The creature that was once Knuckles methodically steps to the edge of your rapidly descending skyship. Lucas. Oh, he walked away. Damn it.
Is it mine not? Is it? Wait.
It's Lucas's go.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, Lucas.
What'd you say?
You fall another 60 feet downward. But you having contact with what's his name again?
Vex.
Vex. All right, you can see through the eyes of Vex, and you just witnessed McAllis getting a wing torn off. Like, it was a little bit of a struggle, but he tore his wing off. What are you trying to do right now?
How far am I above the ground?
You fell a total of 120 feet. You're about to you'll hit the ground next turn. You're 20 feet off the ground.
I have no choice. Pull a parachute.
All right. So you pull the parachute out of your out of your thing.
Hey, if one of your your squirrel, if he was one of those flying squirrels, you can hold him up by the time.
So you pull your parachute. We'll retcon this a little bit. Like as you were falling, you pulled your parachute. All right. It slows your fall. By what is it? It'd be like 50 feet. You fall like 10 feet around. Which isn't that much. It's like, so you reach down, you pop your parachute. You only fall, 10 feet instead of the additional 60. So you've only fallen a total of 70 feet. So you're still high up in the air, and you're about another 70 feet off the floor, floating down on your parachute to safety.
Vex is looking around for a rope. Are there any ropes on the ship?
Vex would be able to see a rope. Can you command them as a bonus action at this level, or
no? I can only command as an action at this level.
All right, and you saved your hide with the parachute as your action.
Yeah.
You gotta have that little snap, that aw shucks moment. And then like
there's the fourth punch for Mike.
For Micah?
the screen goes from like watching Lucas like starting to float down, pointing back up towards the boat, but then the screen looks past the boat, beyond the clouds, and you see the brownie in front of a whiteboard with complex aerodynamic calculations, trying to figure out exactly how in the hell the parachute worked and fit into the gear bundle, and just scratching his head like, eh. And as we move back to the action, Micah, you just had one of your wings torn off.
Yeah, you just heard that really shrill kitty scream come out of it. Like that. And the sense of panic that this beast is taking him to the edge of the ship. And I trust I can still attack you.
Yes.
Good.
He hasn't ripped off an arm.
You just see the side of him this light just exploding off him. Really, Please let this be a hit. Yay! It's a crit!
Okay.
That's full weapon damage, which is just an 8.
Also full smite damage.
It's always full smite damage. Smite damage doesn't change.
And an additional... Additional 9 with another explosion of 60 radiant damage exploding off that.
So 8-9 is going to be 17 slashing and 60 radiant for a total of 77 points of damage on that attack.
Okay.
Is he beat up yet? He's beat up, right?
Yeah, he's beat up.
He's beat up pretty badly?
Fairly badly.
All right, so again, like, now that you're facing him, more of his, of the clothes that he was wearing, the beat up rags explode away. The skin that he had just dissipates with the power of your radiant strike to expose some of the scales But even those scales start to fly away in small little chunks. And like, he had like his straps, his sacks, and his bags, and the strap that was on his chest pops in the front, and the bag falls to his feet with a thud.
And I'm attacking again. Oh, 19. Excellent. That's 26.
Yeah, 26.
You got him.
12 slashing damage. And that's another explosion of radiant damage smashing off that exposed area.
So he gets viciously struck by another 72 points of damage.
And he's down.
So letting go of Micah, like the grip loosening as he goes down. Micah, you can move now, though not fly anywhere.
Okay, so, right.
Wait a minute, is it my turn yet?
Micah,
I'm a fucking
Micah-
pit warrior.
Micah can move. So that's the last thing Micah can do this round.
All right.
After that, Vrugru will probably wake up because Micah yelled, and
that big scream.
we'll see what happens with Vrugru, and then it'll be your turn.
I just realized I'm a fucking pit warrior.
That never changed, man.
Well, I'm sorry, I haven't used second wind up until this point.
So, Micah, do you do any moving?
Oh, he's moving away, crawling back very quickly, still shouting for help, and and then finally stands as he's pushing himself up against the back of the ship.
All right, so pushing yourself back of the ship, witnessing the travesty that just happened with Micah getting his wing torn off. Kojo looks like he was about to panic, but you see him steadying himself as he like furrows his cat-like brow and just digs into the controls to dive the ship faster. And he's like, I'll get us to safety. I'll get us to safety. Like you can hear the crackling in his voice, as he's holding on to a monogam of bravery. This time not diving 30, but a full 60 feet. Which is, alright, that's 80 feet off the floor. Alright, cool. The wind is rushing. Vrugru finally wakes up. I'm assuming that the ice lick is no longer there, or
Yeah,
Probably
it's
not.
it's not being concentrated
Yeah.
on now.
so. Vrugru finally wakes up, and huh?
Hooray!
He takes a moment to examine. I don't know their stats. I only know their classes, so forgive me if it's not 100% accurate to what they are. Oh fudge! Vrugru wakes up and he starts rubbing his eyes. He doesn't realize what's going on. The wind is in his
typical.
face. He starts rubbing his eyes. He looks around and just screams out, "Are we crashing?" But that's all he does. He screams out and he grabs a piece of the ship, thinking that we're
Typical.
crashing. The creature that was once Knuckles, now having most of your the clothes on your upper body, your hood is gone. Most of your human skin that you had is gone. Exposing all of these scales on your torso, with little more than just the skin you had being worn like a masquerade mask on your face, Knuckles. everything that you had strapped on your torso too, that it's popped away and fallen to your very feet. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab the gems off the floor.
So you second wind and grab the gems?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I still have my actions?
It'll be an action to interact with objects, so to grab the gems. But please describe for our edification how it looks when this creature second wins.
He's going to have like pretty massive like burns on his back because he just got smited. And he's just gonna fall down for a second as he just starts like bleeding from his wounds, and he's just gonna shake his head and just look back at Micah, grab the gems, and stand up.
Alright, so slapping yourself in the face, you grab the bag with your gems and stand up, staring, with that penetrating gaze. That eerie gaze. It's behind the mask of a human face. Of a partially human face, since most of it is gone.
How far are we off the ground?
Currently the ship is about 80 feet off the ground. So the ship actually dived. I mean, Lucas is away from the ship because the ship has been diving in an angle, and Lucas has been falling straight down. So he's a ways in the distance, but officially the ship is closer to the ground than Lucas is right now.
How much damage would I take if I fell?
You can fall and find out.
Brilliant answer.
All right. I'm jumping off the ship.
You jump off the ship? All right. So you jump off the ship. You don't hit the floor in the first few seconds, I'm assuming you're jumping off the ship to get away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Because I think the ground would hurt less than the callus.
when Coach realizes that you're off the ship, he'll let up on the dive, and even the ship out. Like, even though he's made of fur, there's just this odd anime sweat right here by his eye, like, ooh. Showing everyone how nervous he was. You were 80 feet off the ground. You take 40 points of impact damage.
Yep, that hurt a lot less than the callus.
The callus can hit.
He fucked my shit up. He put me like 70 something into the negatives.
If it was possible.
If it was possible.
Yeah.
Like, before his last smite, I was at 2.
So you hit the ground, and you don't go down when you hit the ground, right?
No, not even close.
All right, so you run. When you land, like there's trees, but there's no real forest. There's patchwork with trees a little bit thicker. It's mostly an open plains. And in the distance, you see the large city of Mizzelburg. In the direction that the ship was going, right? A little bit further off in the distance, you can see on the horizon, towering past the horizon, the massive trees of the Shadow Wood. And behind you, even further in the distance, you see the mountains of the Forgotten Peaks. Oh, you know what? There's a fairly large forest behind you as well.
I think I'll go behind me.
Okay, so you run towards the large forest. So, Lucas, having your you saw him jump off. You were kind of far in the distance, seeing only a speck run away to the forest, and you're gliding down to the ground with your parachute, with your gnomish parachute. as it says, as you see like a little note, like a tag, hanging right by your face on a rope. Signed Jenny Gaynor, in case of emergency. Um, what how do you resolve the situation when you get a chance?
How far am I away from the ship?
You'd be about 200 feet away from the ship.
Yeah, I'm not steering back to the ships. I have nothing to do but just kind of sit there.
No, landed yet?
No, I'm still on the air.
Oh,
Yeah. So we'll
Vex just kind of walks over to Mike and looks up at him and growls.
it's my fault.
So now that the creature that was once Knuckles, he's escaped to the south, to the woods bordering the main kingdom of Mizzelburg. The ship remaining intact. Micah taking a vicious wound, having one of his precious wings torn from him. Vrugru barely able to contain his heart in his chest. Kojo, sorry, barely able to contain his heart in his chest, and Vrugru nearly breaking a piece of the ship, clutching it so hard, thinking that the ship was crashing. Eventually, Kojo brings the ship around, searching for Loki, picking him up when he finds him. The group of young child heroes, or what's left of the young child heroes, turns to Mizzelburg, lands in one of its skyports, and you all let like a sigh of relief that you managed to survive this beast that was being born in your midst during this trip. And that has been Hero School, The Betrayal. Find out what happens to our heroes on the next special episode of Hero School. Until then, you'll have to wait. Bye-bye.